Hey guys, Alicia from Love Letter Generation on here to do a little DIY project with you guys. I wanted to do something for, the upcoming Valentine's Day, which is my favorite holiday. And I'm one of those people that's a bit of an old school crafter. I don't have any SVG files or Cricut or whatever those other sort of pieces and tools and machines that sort of other people have. So I do things, kind of the old way, and I ended up having a look on Pinterest for some sort of cut files, and I came across this heart one here, which turns into like a cute little sort of like heart box. So I wanted to create that with you guys, and you're going to need like a double-sided piece of like 12 by 12 paper, because the 6 by 8 won't do it. With this one, I actually made it, like resized it and made it a little bit bigger than the usual size, because the usual size was sort of, it was a lot smaller than this. So I wanted it to be a little bit bigger, not something too big, because I wanted it to fit into the mail, perfectly. So yeah, I just resized it on my computer, and then I printed it out. And so next I'm just going to trace around the edges, and I'll leave this the link to this actually down below, so you guys, if you want to print it out yourself and resize it and change it around, you can do that as well. So I'm just I chose the paper that I wanted. I really loved this pink and white sort of checkered or plaid sort of pattern, and then on the back you've sort of got your hearts. Because it's like a 3D project, you want it to be double-sided so it's not so plain on the inside. So I'm just going to trace around this, sort of to the best of my ability. I know this is, a bit time consuming, but this is sort of the only way I know how to do it. I would try to do it on my printer, but my printer sort of, because of the thickness of this paper, it doesn't really work. And so I've just moved that. It'd be handy to probably use some washi tape to hold it down in place if you needed to. But I've just got to be careful, because I'm not very good at tracing. So I might do this off camera because you guys kind of get the idea of what I'm doing here. Okay, so I've just traced around the whole outside, and now we are going to be fussy cutting it out. Sorry, I'm just trying to find my scissors. Okay, so my husband borrowed them last night and didn't put them back where they belong. So I had to go on a hunt to find my scissors. So this just involves, a bit of fussy cutting, but not too bad. It's not really fussy cutting, I guess. And I'm not the best at tracing around things, but when you don't have those other tools, this is sort of how you sort of have to go about things. And I just wanted to do a project for those like me that don't have SVG or Cricuts or any of those other things. Like, I don't even know what they are. I don't really know what's out there. I just know that people are making these big, amazing paper projects, and I'm quite behind. So as far as the land of paper crafting goes. So I'm just going to fussy cut this out, and yeah, I'll be back to show you the end result, guys. Okay, so here we have our piece that I've fussy cut out. So that's pretty spot on. So all I need to remember to do is there's going to be a cut here. So I might just lift this up here so we know to do a slit here, one here, so I know to fold here, here, and here, and then there'll be another fold on this piece. So basically where all the cuts meet is where we're sort of going to fold. So we're going to do a cut here, and a cut here, which is basically on the line, so it works out perfectly where my patterned paper has formed. And I'll just get, so then we're going to do a fold here, this bottom piece, there's going to be a fold straight down the middle here, there's one heart side. So I knew that I wanted this side of the heart to be the pattern on the outside, so that's why I traced on this side, because you're basically folding inwards, so you know, to create like a box, if that makes any sense. I hope it does. We have another fold here, so that's sort of our middle piece. Then there will be a fold here, and then a fold on this side as well, so about here. So they all sort of line up basically, so like that. So when it comes to putting the heart together, you can sort of have this piece like this, you can fold that piece over like that, we'll be gluing that down, and then this piece like this, and that creates your heart box. And you can fit all kinds of fun goodies in there. So what I'm going to do before I glue it all together is I actually thought of maybe doing some stitching around the outside. I thought that could be quite cute. So let me just maybe figure out what I want to do. I didn't know if I wanted to do stitching all the way sort of around the box and then sort of glue it together, or use double-sided tape, I should say. I don't use glue because I find that it makes it kind of lumpy or soggy, so I just use double-sided tape for most of my projects. So I think I want to do like some little like stitching all around the sides and the edges, so bear with me and I'll be back. Okay, so I have done my stitching. Please no judging on my sewing skills, guys. I'm not the best at sewing. I basically taught myself how to sew only maybe about a year ago, and I've only sort of ever really done just sewing on paper. So I'm not the best at it, and you know, when you're doing different shapes, it can get get a little tricky, but I thought it'd just be like a cute little element to this box without it looking, you know, sort of plain. So let's just see how that's going to look. See, so with the stitching on the side, I think that looks quite cute. Yeah, it looks a bit funny on the heart sort of side of things, but I've got stitching down all sides and all backs. So I don't know, it gives it a bit more detail, I think. And, you know, I've put sort of a bit more time and effort into creating this by doing the sewing. Yeah, otherwise you could always pre-stitch out a heart or something and stick that on. You could do, I was thinking of doing maybe like a vellum shaker heart on the front. I might still do that. But yeah, I just wanted to, I don't know, you sort of, you know, you learn as you go, guys. So I think before we stick it down, we are going to do the decorating. So I've got to figure out now how I want to decorate this. So first things first, I've found this scrap strip from, you know, just some paper, 12 by 12 paper that I've cut. And I thought that might make a really cute embellishment piece when you sort of, you know, do that really weird sort of folding. I've just got to do it right. I always struggle to do these things the right way, being, I don't know if it's because I'm left-handed or I'm a bit uncoordinated, but, you know, when you sort of fold, you've got to fold the paper the right way. And it's probably quite crooked, but I think that gives it a fun little element to the piece. And then I'm going to stitch down the middle with my sewing machine. So I think, let me just see how big I want that piece. I might keep going this way. So once I stitch it down, it's going to sort of look like this. But I might stitch that so it's going that way because I don't want it too crooked. Okay, so I'm just going to stitch this piece down with my sewing machine just to create a cute little embellishment that I might be able to incorporate or include onto my piece. Okay, so here is our piece that I've stitched with my sewing machine. I had a few dramas with it. My sewing machine kept playing up on me, so... But anyway, we have our piece. So now I need to think about how we're going to decorate this. I thought maybe some cute... Oh, it might be a little bit long too, so I might even see if I want to maybe trim this down a bit. I think this edge here, because that's not going to make too much of a difference. So then I can pop my piece down like that later on. Okay. So I think I want to pop down like some tickets or something in the background. I sort of don't know. Maybe something like that. And then maybe, yep. All right, so I'm going to stick these pieces down with some double-sided tape. I think tickets are a fun little element, especially when, you know, your space is quite small and sort of confined. I find tickets work really well to embellish smaller sort of pieces. So I think maybe I want this one first. So these pieces that I'm using are from the new, let me see if I can find what it's called. It's like the new, I can't remember what, Pink Paisley Lucky Us collection. Maybe there. And I thought it'd just be easier if we decorate it first before we put the box together, because then, you know, if you need to push things down to adhere it, you know, better, it's not going to work when your box is, you know, constructed. It's going to be quite hard. You'd end up probably squashing things, and it might get a bit fiddly as well. So that's why I suggest you decorate first before you put the box together. So let's stick down this piece here. Now, I'm not too sure how well this is sort of going to adhere to the paper. You know, once it goes through, you know, the postal services and everything, you know, being bumped around. I guess the only way I'll find out is, you know, once the recipient receives it, how it's sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess just how it's sort of, is it stood up, maybe stood up in the mail, like whether it's staged together, basically. I just can't think of the right words right now, sorry. I'm hopeless like that. So I think I want to pop that there. I don't know, I was probably using the wrong word, because I'm just, my vocabulary isn't that great, guys. It's hopeless. I wasn't very good at English back in my high school days, and I'm still not. So it wasn't one of my strongest points, you know, strongest things about me. So, all right, next I want to pop maybe, I got some cute new Valentine's goodies from my friend Alicia, and you know, might be able to use some of these cute little pieces with this project. So thank you for these goodies, Alicia. It was very, very, very thoughtful and kind. I've got this, I've been using some main squeeze as well, which I found from Sassy Scrappers a while back, because I wanted to be organised and, you know, prepared. I like this cute bear. I think I want to pop it here, but I think it'd look better if it's sort of behind the ticket. So there's one lesson learnt. Like, I didn't really think about this, you know, but that's what we do. We learn as we go, whether something looks good or not. And I might be able to just squeeze that bear in back there. There we go. I think this honey bear is so cute with the bottle. You can't get these, well, not where I am anyway. You know, we used to get the honey in the cute bear bottle. We don't get those here. They might in the city still, but I haven't seen them around for a very long time. Like, we used to get them when we were kids. Sorry, I'm just drinking my cup of tea as I'm trying to talk to you guys. So rude, sorry. Yeah, as I was saying, like, yeah, I haven't seen these since I was a kid, so I don't know whether they're still, like, you know, making them or not. I thought maybe like a gold glitter word from the Lucky Us collection. I'm wondering if this heart will fit across here. Ooh, I just hope it sticks properly. That's my concern with thickers. Sometimes they don't stick. You know, some thickers are really good and others they're not so sticky. I find the foam ones though do work really well. Like, I prefer the foam thickers over any other thickers, to be honest. I think they are the ones that will hold with their adhesive, and they're easy to use. There we go. I think that should stick, and I think that looks quite cute. So I'm quite happy with that what I've done so far. I'll just bring it up closer for you guys to see. And now I want to stick some other little cute bits and pieces. I've got quite a few different pieces that I've been, like, that have been opened up. You know, like hearts, and I love these shaker hearts, but I don't know if it would sort of go. Look, it might be a bit too much, if that makes sense. Let's have a look. I'm not going to know unless I try. Let's have a look. So I don't know if that looks a bit odd or not. There. Actually, that kind of works. That's kind of cute. I'm not going to stick it fully down yet until I know if I want it there or not. Let's just see what else. Maybe this. I do like this white heart. Maybe if that faces maybe that way. Actually, that's quite cute. I'm quite happy with that. Maybe like just some little hearts around the bear. Do we want? All right, I think that looks quite cute. So I think we have our piece. So the next part is to stick it together, guys. I still don't know about whether this looks a bit funny on here or not. Or whether maybe, hold on, let me try one of those word stickers that Alicia sent me. I'm wondering maybe if a word sticker can go here. Might look a bit better. What do we got on here? Hey, good looking. Heart day, you are my fave.
I can't actually get your thing.
You have my heart, you are my fave. Be mine, Valentine. Let's see whether.
Yes, got it.
That would work somewhere. Maybe not. Maybe it's just going to be a bit too much. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yep. He was looting you and he just stood still. And I'm like, I'm over here.
Let's see if I can. I probably can't lift this sticker now that I've adhered it down. No. Alright, I think we may have to, I don't know, should I leave it or just, nah. Alright, we might have to leave a word off. Doesn't sort of, go with what I'm doing right now. Or do have, no, you are my fan. Yeah, it's not really going to work with what I'm doing, so I think we're just going to leave it at that. I don't know whether to put some black on there or not, because it's quite, no, All right, I'm going to leave it as it is, and we are going to put it together because I've just wasted 5 minutes of everyone's time being indecisive, if that's even, you know, the right word to use. Okay, so to do this, we need to do that and then that. So I need to put some double-sided tape onto this piece here and this piece here.
Sounds really nice. Just a crunch.
So we need some tape here, down the bottom,
Oh, when is Lockie gonna be online? Oh my god.
and here.
I know. I played with him yesterday.
Now let me just check where we will be folding it. So, because we'll have that, then that. Yeah, so it's not going to matter where I put it because either way it's going to
Oh, dang it.
be in the right place if you just go along here. Did a little bit too long, so we'll just cut that little bit off there, like that. Sorry guys, I tend to mumble, I find, when I do these sort of craft with me videos. It's not one of my comfort things. So now we are going to put the box together and adhere it like that. So just use like your tool to make sure it's adhered properly. You don't want it coming apart on your recipient. So yeah, for the recipient. And I'll try and do it in here as well.
I like this place here.
It just helps stick it down, this tool, I find. It's nice and flat, adds a bit of pressure. So there we have our box, guys. So I decided to do it on the side like this so they can stand it up like this, and you can have goodies coming out of the heart like this way. So we'll get some stuffing and I'll just show you what I mean. So I have some fun pink hollow sort of stuffing that I've collected from packages that people have sent to me. I'm just going to take some of it out and pop it in our box. And then we've got our cute stuffing there in the side, and then we'll be able to add some goodies into here. Let's see, what have I got just to the side that I can give you an example of things you can pop in here. Let's go some tags. Let's go like goodies. Might have a bit too much stuffing, but you know, we can take some out if we need to. It's just, you know, makes it so that things sit there quite nicely in place. Now I'm just using these sort of things as an example, so you know, things you can pop inside, some little like cutter parts we can pop inside, like I think that's really cute. So there we go, guys. Oop, that thing's coming out. But I think that turned out really cute. You know, it was my first go at attempting this. You could do the heart just this way, as you know, and then decorate it on this side, but I thought maybe the recipient might like to, you know, sit it like in front of them, so it just sits like a nice, you know, like a book does. So anyway guys, I'll leave yeah, the link to this piece which I found on Pinterest, and I'll link that down below for you guys, for anyone who may want to make their own Valentine's loaded heart. So thanks for watching guys, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, thanks for all your love and support. I hope you all have a wonderful crafting day. Thanks. Bye.